Right, guys, round one. Awesome.
And Mark the Hammer Castanini with Dane Daddy Cool Beecham. This fight, a lot of emotion around this fight. Daddy Cool, obviously, Brad Trainer, his trainer, Azatron, passing away earlier in the week. It's going to be, I suppose, a factor in how Brad thinks through this one and the lead up to it. One of the most tragic things, obviously, in the fight game in a long time was the passing of a very young man in Aaron Smith. So
definitely. Look, Azza was a hard-working. You know, I had full expectations of coming in and giving him a hug tonight. Unfortunately, he passed away.
So condolences to his family and all concerned at Corporate Box.
And Danny Jones, his original trainer down in Sydney, you know, shattering, but he's still stepped into the ring. You know, the cage. Sorry. Yeah,
he still stepped in. There was a little bit of would he take the fight? Wouldn't he? They were so close. Perhaps you know, emotionally he wouldn't be right to get in there tonight. But I think he's going to try and make it a tribute fight to Azatron. And he's going to be well tested. The man across the cage from him, Rob Ferguson, in my mind, is one of the hardest men in the country in all combat sports. I've seen him go to war so many times, and I just got a lot of respect and admiration of how much heart he shows and how he entertains the crowd.
He just loves fighting, mate.
He loves it, and he's a good bloke to boot, Ferguson. So, yeah, he's here for the fight. All emotion aside, he still wants to win. And the team, you know, Brad Trainer's going to want to try and do the right thing by the legacy of his trainer Azatron. So they've both got a lot to fight for, these two.
Yeah, he's like, this is the best I've seen Kid Savage. You know, usually he runs in and he's brawling, you know, but he's very composed and he's chopping his lead leg. He's doing very well. He looks quite fit too.
And it is a 5 by 3 minute, you know, 5 by 3 rounds. So 5 rounds of 3 minute duration. And there's a title on the line, so a lot at stake. Both fighters, no doubt, have done the hard work, done the preparation, and they're not going to let that slip from you know, a silly mistake being made.
Now they both want this belt. That's definite. Obviously, Brad's fighting for his late trainer this week. Huge heart to step in. They were very close. But Kid Savage, he wants the belt too. You know, he's been in here quite a lot.
Nice jump kick from Ferguson. Again, he pushes forward. Mouth guard dislodged.
Good, mate.
Yeah, and he just got that mouth guard on the way to the fight too. That's why it popped out.
Straight into the hot water. Trainer seems to be a little bit concerned about the grip on his feet. Keeps sort of rubbing his feet on the canvas, trying to get some traction. So we're into the 5 rounders now with a 2-minute break. Second round of 5. Trainer, nice push kick. Really a bit distracted by the bottom of his feet, the lack of grip perhaps. Trying for the counter left hook. Trainer again, push kick. Ferguson now starting to up the ante, starting to pick the pressure up. The 1-2.
He's using that push kick well, Brad, but he's got to start working off it.
Roll the punches over the feet.
Good
again,
punch.
The mouth guard drops out. Big thank you to our major sponsor, Gasoline Alley Harley Davidson. All the crew down at Gasoline Alley, really supportive, and without the big sponsors, these events just don't happen. So get behind the sponsors and support them. You'll see their logos on the canvas. Ferguson comes forward, gets caught with a push kick again.
That's it, and it's upsetting his flow a bit. He's got to go back to trying to chop that leg. See, then he bulls in there. That's where he's going to get caught. Brad's just keeps sticking to his game plan, keep keeping him away with that push kick.
Again with the push kick off the cage. So Brad touching his stomach and telling Ferguson to give it a go. Trainer's hands come a little bit off his jawline for my liking, a little bit too low. And you can see Ferguson, as soon as he's in punching range, his hands are stuck to his head. He's been in the cage before. He's fought under these rules, so he knows how important it is not only for head movement but also for tight guard. So those gloves are plastered to his head as soon as he comes into striking range. How would you have liked to have a crack with these little gloves on Daddy Cool?
Mate, I honestly don't think my hands could handle it. I've had a lot of trouble with my right hand, but mate, I'm up for anything really. Yeah. I'm a retired fighter now though, so I can say that.
The older I get, the better I was,
That's
as
it.
they say. I was awesome. A chopping low kick.
And good work from Kid Savage keeping onto that leg. You know, I know that's got to take its toll of 5 rounds if he keeps doing that.
They're just
Good push kicks.
and he's perfectly timing it. Obviously, the ultimate application of a push kick is to drop your opponent when they're rotating on that round kick, and Trainor's doing that. Nice chopping and moving, chopping and moving. Interesting to see that Brad isn't really letting the hands go. You know, a lot of the other guys get in and they're 90% hands, 10% everything else. These guys are mixing it up more.
You can't afford to get into a good old-fashioned throwdown with Kid Savage. You know.
Yeah. Again, push kicks him down.
He's got to start working off that. You know, unfortunately they don't judge it the same. You can't win the fight off the push kick. You got to use that push kick, upset his flow, and then come in with some good strikes.
Push kick essentially should be doing what a jab does, which is setting up the rest of your combination. And generally a push kick, if the opponent keeps coming forward, you need to overlap your hands.
Very
Beautifully
good.
done, Savage. He got dropped a couple of times with a push kick. Not to get a count, but more just a frustrating upending.
He hasn't taken any water. He's just paced.
No
paced
ice,
it out,
no water.
ice.
And he's not blowing hard. Look at his chest. His chest wasn't pumping in and out. His mouth's closed. He's not breathing heavy. He's looking very composed. Inside, outside thigh, Ferguson. He's looking for that left hook counter. Is Trainor. Trainor, really. It's a correct pronunciation of his name, I suppose. Ferguson faking.
Kid Savage is relentless on that body, and that body shot hurt Brad. You see him come out a bit.
Again, that annoying push kick. Well, I'll tell you what, one of my favourite techniques. I think if you use a push kick well and you combine off it, it's one of the best tools of the trade. Clubbing overhand right, Ferguson closes a gap, into clinch they go. Right above our commentary position. Exchange of knees, down low, working on the thigh. Of course, all those knees to the thigh gearing to cork up the thigh, take away your opponent's mobility. Trainor, snappy jab, doubles it up.
He's a bit tentative coming in with more than 1 or 2 punches with Kid Savage, because he throws caution into the wind and just starts swinging, and he's
hurt him. It looked like he hurt him to the body there,
Big
Ferguson.
knee.
But he keeps, as we know, he's tough as steel. Rob Ferguson, you can throw everything at him and he'll keep coming. He's got a true fighter's spirit. Ferguson eats a jab.
Good stiff
Trainor
jab.
circles.
Good body
Ferguson
kick.
looks for the counter.
I'd like Brad to have his hands up a little bit higher. Like, he's keeping that range good, but anything can happen. We know that.
Yeah, anything can happen. And look at the guard of Ferguson. It's stuck to his head, whereas Trainor's got his a little low. And I hate to see anything, go awry because his hands are low. It'd be a bit of a shame.
I'd like to see Brad Trainor go back to the body. He hurt him with that body shot. You can see that those push kicks are taking a bit of wind out of him, slowing him down a little bit. I'd like to see him dig in with the hands to the body.
His right eye swelled up now, Ferguson. That's going to impede his vision out of that right side. Comes in, tries with a spin. Trainor onto it. Jeez, he's composed though, Brad Trainor, isn't he?
He's very,
Just another level of focus for him. Push kick to the face. Dislodges the mouth guard of Rob Ferguson.
He's building in
Again,
confidence.
push kick to the face. Trainor now just picking his shots. Again, that push kick, that's textbook stuff from Trainor. Chopping the leg. Will set with the hands. His hands are low though. It could be there for a counter right, especially the lead hand of Brad Trainor. It's down. If Ferguson picks up on that and rolls that overhand right, he could get some result. The 1-2 from Ferguson. Pressure with the hands. Trainor answers back. Walks out of harm's way and counters with a right of his own. Again with a push kick. Step through knee to end the round.
Just getting himself in the zone. He's just getting him held. We see in the replay. Nice shots.
Works for him. Whatever he's doing is working for him, Brad Trainor.
You see that right eye of Ferguson starting to really close now. That's from that stiff jab. This cage.
Fourth round.
Round 4.
Round 4. Flying by. Inside thigh to push kick.
Good stiff jab again by Brad.
Rob Ferguson wanting to close the gap because that push kick and that range has not been his friend. 1-2. Traynor.
He's got to get back to that leg kick.
That eye's
Kid
looking
Savage.
mighty swollen and closed, Ferguson. So he's basically fighting this fight with one eye. You can't see out of his right side, which is going to make it difficult for him to see those left hooks coming as well. So if Traynor steps a little bit to his left and throws the hook, Ferguson's going to find it hard to see. Again, Traynor pushes forward. He's left that push kick out thus far. He's opted now to go for the low leg kick. Ferguson pushing on. Again, another push kick. Another one. And just another quick shout out for Melina Jung from Nationally Registered Fighters. Check him out, nrfaustralia.com.au. It's got all the fighters in the country that are up for a fight and all the information. And, anything you need to know about any of the fighters on the card, check it out, nrfaustralia.com.au. As I said, shout out to Melina Jung. She does great things to help promoters keep the fight sports rolling on. Ferguson now, his eye.
He's been stopped, mate. They've stopped
It's been stopped. It's all over. The doctor has said he's been sustained too much damage. Can't see out of that right eye. Fighters' health is always paramount. And we always want to see Rob Ferguson be back to fight another day. Such an entertaining fighter. But Brad Traynor today,
doing it all
tonight,
for his trainer.
such resolve, such focus. Daddy cool. Great job from him. You can't deny it.
No, mate. Just to get in the ring, period, is a great effort alone, you know.